Tonight's WGN Investigates. As Chicago begins to wind down its migrant shelter operation, a number of neighborhoods will return to life as they knew it.
But one city block fears it may not be that simple. Investigative reporter Lourdes Duarte takes you downtown to Plymouth Court.
Well, it's been more than 4 months since a bus carrying migrants has arrived here in Chicago. So the city plans to wrap up its migrant shelter operation by the end of the year. The Standard Club is one of the latest shelters to close its doors. Neighboring businesses are now picking up the pieces. They're worried it may be a tough comeback. In the middle of the Loop, in the shadows of the Dirksen Federal Building, is a city block that has seen a lot over the years, from protests
Power to the people, y'all!
to prosecutions.
That's like the epicenter of everything. They walk to the Federal Building, the Daily Plaza, so we've always been in the line of fire with a lot of things.
But anyone who's familiar with this sliver of Plymouth Court will tell you nothing compared to the last year and a half.
It's been absolutely horrible, on every level.
Dino Volpita, who owns Brando's Speakeasy, has been in the thick of it ever since the spring of 2023, when the former Standard Club next to his well-known bar was converted into housing for new migrant arrivals. He shared videos with us of the chaos that he says drove customers away, many of them still fearful to walk down that short block.
The wear and tear on the bar, outside, and the wear and tear on your employees.
This has been our main focus, where we have a ward of 50,000 folks from Hyde Park to the Loop, but we've been spending more of our energy on this corridor than any other corridor in the ward.
A big reason were the repeated calls for emergency service, a total of 890 to the shelter since it opened, and a spike in reported crimes on the block: assault, theft, drugs. City records show a 31% increase in the first 9 months of this year compared to all of 2023.
¿Por qué tú dices que al principio fue fuerte?
Había 1,200 personas.
One man living there said it was too much even for him. The 13-story building was one of more than 24 shelters at one point across Chicago, housing thousands of people.
We are now able to shift from a large-scale crisis response to a more cost-effective, equitable, and strategic approach that addresses homelessness for all who need support.
Now that city leaders are ready to wind down the citywide operation and the Standard Club closed its shelter this month, businesses along that stretch are picking up the pieces. You could call it the aftermath of the shelter crisis.
It has absolutely hurt that corridor, the businesses there, and the residents that live near and on that street.
George Lakopoulos didn't give up.
I don't like to give up. I'm a tough kid from the north side of Chicago. I'm not going to give up at easy.
He's been on the block for years, but business slowed to a trickle in the middle of 2023, so much so that Dollop Coffee down the street from George shut down.
That really was a hub in that community for several years. We need to work with that owner to bring him back.
The losses that I sustained for a long time were like, forget about it. They're a lot of money in loss.
George knows he'll never get those losses back, but is hoping customers return. He has now rebranded the old restaurant with a rooftop bar.
Yeah, you could see the old Plymouth, but we just, covered everything up, changed the furniture.
Across the street, the owner of Brando's is optimistic, but struggling to get customers to return. He fears Plymouth Court will forever be tied to the perception of crime.
We've even almost begged, for some type of help. And then you realize a lot of money has flown through that area.
Fueling their frustration is news that millions of taxpayer dollars were paid to an investor who purchased the old Standard Club and allowed it to be used as a shelter. All the while, the businesses next to and across the club were on the brink of bankruptcy.
They could have done more proactive things to keep that in better shape, protect the tourism, the citizens, the business owners, and the residents in the area. They did none of that. And I think they should really be ashamed of themselves.
They want the city to step in and help them recover until customers come back. Unless that happens, they fear historic Plymouth Court may never be the same.
Nobody knows 100% in the future, but things have to get better.
And Alderman Robinson tells us he'd like to help the businesses that closed on that block reopen, but it's not clear exactly how that would happen. As for the former Standard Club, the new investor says he wants to turn it into residential units. There's no movement on that yet. By the way, that investor collected millions from the city to shelter migrants, but he owes nearly $260,000 in past due property taxes. No comment from him tonight. I'm Lourdes Duarte, WGN Investigates.